Okay, so let's talk about Zeek. The great thing about Zeek is they've got a nice interactive tutorial available. So what's going on with Zeek? This is a advanced protection system. It is like an intrusion detection system. It is like a firewall. It is programmable. It was developed originally called Bro, developed over at UC Berkeley, I think, or Lawrence Livermore Labs, and has become very popular. And they made a nice online tutorial for it, so you can try it. So here, what it's doing is it's running on a server which has traffic flowing through it, and you can just program it to do things. So there are events. When you begin Zeek, it will do Zeek init. When you leave, it will do Zeek done. And here's just going to print hello and print goodbye when that happens. So in there, here you can run it. And by the way, you can not only run programs and modify them. When you run them, it will then show you the output, hello world, goodbye world, and then logs. You can modify this program, and it will let you run the modified program. Hello West. And when you run it, that now says that. And you can even upload PCAPs and analyze traffic you upload with this thing. You can actually use this thing for real analysis, just the way it is. So it's really very nice. And there's a whole series of lessons here. Like here's something about loading scripts. You can do an @load command to load scripts, and this will load a diagnostic thing that just prints the events while Zeek is running, which is a bit deep in the weeds and not necessarily useful to us, but it does show you how to load a script. And then you've got functions and variables. So here's an example of a function which takes some parameters. Here's a parameter that's optional, so it has a default value in case you didn't include it. This other parameter is required, so you can emphasize a string, and now it's going to print emphasize yes. So when I run that, it's yes and no. It has put stars around it to emphasize it. And if you don't tell it what to put around it, it's stars. If you do tell it, it's underscores. You include the parameters. This just shows you how functions work and how parameters work. And there are many, many things you can do here. And you can analyze data and track down events. So anyway, there's a whole series of interesting exercises to play with here to learn how to do programming in this simple language to process traffic. And a whole series of flags you'll find here. So there's variables, you'll learn data types, operators, and loops, and switches, and so on. There's a whole bunch of things here, and you can, and there's an exercise 2, has an exercise traffic.pcap. So let me take a look at that one. Run the exercise 2 solution script. That's where we are. Load the exercise traffic. I think we want the next one. Yeah, exercise 2. Okay, there we are. And so the duration of a connection is specified. It does a lot of analysis of the connections. And so run it on the exercise traffic PCAP. Okay, so there it is, exercise traffic PCAP. So run it on that. Okay, and here it is analyzing network connections, showing where it went and what port it went to and whether it was TCP and UDP. So you see there's the analysis, and here's more connections, IP addresses. It's analyzing that PCAP and finding all this information there. So as you can see, you can program it to do whatever you want. And this is very popular these days. So take a look at that. I'm gonna